Hello, I'm the official name raider. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendation. Oh, okay. And then give my recommendations at the end. It has very little to offer. Today we're looking at Silicobra and Sandaconda. And ironically, I feel like we've actually looked at Ranker every single episode so far. It's kind of crazy. Going on with our, I'm going to say, typical things we see often for a Pokemon like this. Quicksand! Do I have a problem with it as a nickname? No. Do I think it fits a Pokemon with the speed stat like this? No. No, I don't think that's quick at all. I think maybe you should try putting that on like a fast ground type Pokemon. But for whatever reason, ground types just aren't allowed to be fast. They all have to be slow and bulky, and it's kind of annoying. Getting really tired of it, but thinking about it, there are a few exceptions here and there. Basilisk, don't really care for it. Harry Potter's the only reason people even know what the fuck a basilisk is. It's overdone. It's not interesting. I don't care. Medusa, for the sake of snake hair, it's there. Nothing special. Nagini, because Voldemort's snake, at least this time they put it on an actual fucking snake this time, unlike fucking Flapple, so there's that. Toph, we see avatar-based nicknames every now and again. I think my favorite thing was, I think someone explained it in the Excadrill episode. It was a comment someone said, like, Toph is perfect for Excadrill because she learned how to earthbend from moles, and moles being like the original earthbenders or whatever like that. So yeah, cool little thing to consider. Toph might be better elsewhere. I definitely remember Nope Rope, but that was in the Ekans episode and that was on Pokemon.net. It's a funny name, but not a good nickname. As is Danger Noodle, I suppose. Caw, I'm pretty sure is Jungle Book. I don't necessarily have a problem with that nickname, but it's not one I would use. I don't know. The hypocritical side of me is like, nah, but the other part of me is like, okay, but why are you okay with Coo for owl-based nickname? Solid Snake we've seen in the past. I remember that being a highlight for the Steelix episode. Maybe a better choice for Solid Snake. As a name, I mean, it's okay. I understand it. I get it. But maybe, like, put it on the actual Solid Snake and not the not as solid one. I know it's not technically the name, but Silly String, I kind of don't hate for the idea of a snake. That's really funny. Like, going back, I remember I had Twizzler for Dratini for a little bit because I was just like, oh, let's go back to, like, food-based stuff. And, like, Silly String's just a funny one that could work for a noodle-based Pokemon like Sandaconda or Dratini, so I'll acknowledge Silly String. Even though it's not technically what they put, it still entertains me. I'll acknowledge Ouroboros because I know we saw that in the Arbok episode as well, so that's the snake eating its own tail. Do I think it's great for a nickname? I mean, it's meh. I don't know. I'm kind of... After you see a certain nickname time and time again and have to explain it time and time again, it becomes less impactful. I'm really curious about Sir Mix-a-Lot because I'm not sure what the fuck that has to do with... Oh, my Anaconda don't want none. Okay, now I get it. I've also seen Sidewinder a couple times. I didn't know what that was about. It sounds like an enemy, honestly, from like a Mario game. It's just a type of snake. So, you know, naming your Houndoom Golden Retriever, same thing. Okay, well, we've reached the bottom, and I'll be honest with you. I remember when this game came out, I looked up nicknames, and I didn't find shit because I wanted to use Sandaconda on my team. So, I knew there wasn't going to be anything worth a shit because I've been here before, done it before. Not a single thing worth highlighting. I'm going to recommend any other snake Pokemon we've done. There's a few of them. We've got Arbok and Ekans. We've got Seviper. We've got Steelix and Onix. That's all I can think of, but I know there's more snakes out there in the world. So let me go over some things I have written down because I'm smarter than the entire first page of Google. Shang Tsung was a snake name, you know, we've seen in the past, or I've suggested in the past based off of his animality where he turns into a snake. That was a thing I've thought about, but personally, I don't know. I'm just really weird on that nickname where, like, I like it, but I don't like it enough to use it because I just feel like it could be better. Inspired was what I had for a placeholder. I was like, it's fine. That's Bayonetta. You could use that on other noodle-y based Pokemon. Gyarados and Milotic also come to mind. Moss Eisley, which I have written down, and I put in parentheses, my idea. So I guess I came up with it probably in a previous episode of Name Raider and was like, oh, I gotta remember this because they hide in the little dunes. You could say it's similar to Trapinch, but That also came to mind. That's the planet in Star Wars where the little thingies eat the Boba Fett, but somehow he survives type shit. But after replaying Wind Waker, I decided to change my Sandaconda's nickname to Mulgera, because I thought that was a good idea. It's not exactly the best in terms of, like, they don't look like each other, but, they're kind of noodly and then digging around in the ground. So I felt like it was the best choice. I was like, I like this better than inspired. It's more inspirational. So that's my personal takes. We don't have any comment suggestions, and that's about it. I do want to also give props for the localization name of Sandaconda. It's a really good one. I like it. Sandaconda was one I remember when I looked at it. I was like, yeah, I want to use that on my team, so I went for it. But that's that. Any other ideas and suggestions you have, feel free to put in the comments below. Get thumbs up to the ones you think are good. Let us know what you'd use, what you'd recommend. It's really weird because snakes are like a popular thing in fiction, so you would expect there to be a lot of, good snake nicknames, right? But for whatever reason, snakes in fiction all have terrible names and just aren't interesting. Like, here, I'm going to spin it real quick. Rather than Nagini, for Harry Potter, call it Death Eater. That's infinitely cooler than Nagini. I don't know, man. I don't know why snakes in fiction all have trash-style names, because I've looked up a list of, like, snakes in popular media, and all of them are garbage and just not worth using. But yeah, it's weird. Snakes got crap names, and all the spiders got cool names. We need to come up with some. Ceres, there's another one. If you also feel inclined, maybe check out the fucking Gyarados and Milotic episode. Maybe those might help you. There are other noodle-shaped Pokemon, sort of snakes, kind of not really, but maybe more noodles might help inspire you. And remember, just because a Pokemon is like Milotic is 23 feet, right? It is measured from nose to tail. Please use your brain. It irritates me that people don't understand that.